Collective responsibility, a government in waiting, seeking to resolve disputes, can't be on a picket line. He had no choice but to fire him, did he, Kevin?
Yeah, I remember, Gloria, I said when there were blue-on-blue attacks and Rishi Sunak and Liz Truss are going to tear each other apart, that Labour was best staying out of it and saying nothing. But you're quite right, they've come into it for all the wrong reasons. It's been a week of chaos and confusion, splits, recriminations, and he backed himself into a position, Keir Starmer, where I can see where you're coming from, saying he had no choice to sack Sam Tarry, who himself was undoubtedly provocative. But what a place to get into when you should be able to allow figures to turn up and express solidarity with people who are fighting to save their jobs, public services, and protect their living standards. I think Starmer's just got on the wrong side of this argument. And if he wants to be Tony Blair in 1997, he can try as much as he likes, but the circumstances are very, very different now. To say strike, it's not a dirty word anymore. There's a lot of admiration for rail workers and others who are standing up because so many families are finding the real pinch. They're criticising the government for not doing enough, and they admire people who will take that stand. So I think he's bringing a world of pain down on himself now, Keir Starmer. I think he's made a big mistake.
Interesting. Andrew, what do you make of that? If the Labour Party, if a Labour leader had gone with a sort of solidarity with the workers line, do you think that could have paid off for the Labour Party?
It's always a difficult one, Gloria. I think what he should do, actually, is go with his heart and go with his instinct, as opposed to going with what Tony Blair or Peter Manson told him, because that's the worry about this. What does Keir Starmer really think about this rail dispute? Is he on the side of the workers? Does he genuinely feel that the £59,000 a year that the ASLEF drivers are being paid isn't enough? I know a lot of the rail workers involved in this dispute are paid considerably less than that. But it's a classic case here, Gloria, of the Labour leader, the emperor with no clothes. He's got no view, yet again. He's got no proper value position here. Nothing's coming from the heart. It's all about how does he think this is going to play with the so-called voters of Middle England. And he's got the worst of all worlds here. He's upset dozens of Labour MPs, and I would argue tens of thousands of Labour members and hundreds of thousands of trade unionists, because, as Kevin says, if a Labour MP can't follow his conscience and go on a picket line, bearing in mind he is associated with one of the rail unions, what's the point of being a Labour MP?